Hello, New Britain High School students and families. My name is Damon Pierce, and I am the principal of New Britain High School. As many of you already know, next year the high school is adopting a block schedule. The decision to make this scheduling shift was given much consideration, and we decided to move forward with the change for a variety of reasons. There are many teachers and content areas for which 45-minute class periods are simply too short to address their curriculum and topics. The block schedule will also increase instructional time for students as there are fewer passing times, and we can also significantly reduce our lunch periods from the current 45 minutes. The block schedule has additional benefits as it increases scheduling options for students. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, the block schedule will allow the high school to reduce class size. Last year, we began the year with 24% of our classes that had 28 or more students. That's a lot of large classes, but the numbers are even more drastic. 117 classes had 30 or more students. Those numbers are simply too large for quality learning. The block schedule will allow us to cap just about all classes at 24 students. For those reasons, we are adopting the block schedule. However, I realize from my work with some groups of students that there are some general questions that folks may have regarding the new schedule, and I would like to take this opportunity to provide a general overview. First, those families with older students who may have graduated in the last couple of years may remember the schedule that the high school adopted during the 2018-19 school year. That schedule was highly problematic and was abandoned after 1 year. I want to emphasize that the schedule we are adopting for the 22-23 school year is nothing like that schedule from 2018. Before we begin, I think it'll be useful to look at our current schedule. That schedule, as you see here, takes the student's day and divides that time into 8 45-minute periods. In the example you see on the screen, I have taken that 8-period day and added a typical 10th grade course load. The student would follow this schedule every day for the entire school year. What the block schedule does is it takes this same load of 8 classes and divides those classes over 2 days, creating longer class periods for each course that meet every other day. Please take a look at period 5. Under the old high school schedule, this would have been a lunch period, but because of the nature of the block schedule, students may use this time to enroll in an additional course. This is super important given that the new state graduation requirements mandate that all students must have a minimum of 25 credits to graduate high school. With very few exceptions, every freshman and sophomore student will be scheduled with 8 classes. Upperclassmen will have greater flexibility, and seniors who are on track to graduate may experience a schedule that will accommodate employment or other opportunities outside of a traditional school day. A critical aspect to understand about this block schedule is that we will be running A days and B days, as indicated on this screen in red and green. Each day, the students will attend 4 classes, so that over the course of 2 days, they will attend all of their classes. As you can see on this screen, these 2 days, the A day and the B day, simply repeat throughout the year. In the event that we have a snow day or a holiday, we simply pick up with the next day when we return to school. Student focus groups I spoke with in May consistently asked 2 questions. The first question was about passing time. And as you can see from this graphic, most classes in the block schedule are 85 minutes in length. And if you look at the times, there are 7 minutes between each class for passing. I have timed the traffic flow throughout the building, and 7 minutes is plenty of time to travel from one end to the other. Students can be sure that the traffic jams at the trophy case will no longer cause them to be late for class. The second question that every student focus group was concerned with was lunch. Next year, the third block of the school day, seen here in red, will be significantly longer to allow for student and staff lunches. The lunches will work by using the longer period of time to stagger 4 lunch waves through the cafeteria. The graphic you see here provides an overview of what those waves would look like. We have also made instructional periods 10 minutes longer during these lunch waves to allow for announcements and the transition of students to and from the cafeteria. Students will report to their lunch waves based upon the class to which they are assigned during that third block of the day. For example, the first lunch will consist of all students who have classes on the third floor, followed by those on the second floor, and so on. Such an arrangement will allow for students to travel to and from the CAF efficiently, and will also prevent non-CAF classes from being potentially disrupted by students as they travel to the CAF. I would like to make 2 final notes about the schedule. First, we deliberately adopted this block schedule model because it does not embrace confusing adaptations or exceptions. The schedule is simple and easy to follow for students and families. And we know this schedule format works because it is a model that has been adopted by other schools in Connecticut that are similar to New Britain High. Second, I recognize that this schedule represents a significant change and that there are some students and families who may have some additional questions. To that end, we have created an email account dedicated solely for folks who have block schedule questions. Please email those questions to mbhsschedule@csdmb.org. We will monitor the emails and, if needed, send out an additional updated video with more information. Thank you for your time, and do enjoy your summer.